What's going on, everybody? It's Antoine here, back on the video. We're back on the video on the channel. In today's video, we're here to do another round talk video. In today's video, we're here to you know, um, go around rent another real talk video and talk about things that I want to talk about, and it's very important. In today's video, of course, I want to talk about the whole entire fiasco of Star Wars Battlefront. Getting a whole whole lot of players playing the game once again. Battlefront 2, of course, a lot of players are playing the game once again. Not the old Battlefront, the old classic good Battlefront 1 and 2. The Battlefront 2, like EA primarily made this game, the loot box shit. You know what I'm saying? Battlefront 2. Yeah, apparently that this game has a lot of people playing this again. I don't know. They probably make like a big, huge update of lost quality of life or XP. All these other type of stuff that's going on that make people want to come back and play the game again, to a point where it's got a lot of people talking about potentially Battlefront 3. You know what I'm saying? Potential being a thing. Hell, people prefer Titanfall 3 potentially being 3 over Battlefront 3. I ain't gonna lie, Titanfall 3 could have been a thing, but EA with the Apex shit, it's not probably not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Unless Apex is like really dying out, which is, to me, in my opinion, is already dying out. In my opinion, I already left that game a long time ago. I don't know if I'm gonna return, but only time will tell. But anyway, besides that though, but Battlefront 2 and if this uprising of players, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? For those you guys that may not know who've been living on a rock probably I have. I listened to the whole entire Battlefront fiasco over the past couple of weeks, of course, and I figure why not talk about it, because obviously a lot of people, has been wondering the exact same thing of or is it because of the amount of players that play in Battlefront 2, or is it potentially mean we're gonna have Battlefront 3? I hear people like making titles, Battlefront 3 waiting room, and live streaming and all type of stuff. I'm thinking, we get Star Wars Battlefront 3, but it turns out we're not. I don't know when we're gonna get that. Only time will tell. I mean, if you guys have not been noticing, the Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, EA, this era of Battlefront, 2 has been getting a lot of praises now. A lot of people are, liking Battlefront 2 and its quality of life updates and the update in general. It got so good to the point where people are coming back to this game. The whole time, the reviews, the from all cross platforms, everybody. I mean, PC players are playing it, PlayStation players, Xbox players, you name it. Everybody is playing this game once again. And it's got a lot of people, including myself, wondering, with the amount of players that are playing this game, like I'm talking about, okay, over 300,000 players, currently playing, like as I'm recording, is currently playing Battlefront 2. It got a lot of people playing, wondering. Got a lot of people like myself wondering, like, damn, does it mean we're potentially gonna be having, a Battlefront 3 potentially in the near future? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously with the amount of player count on console and on PC that's been going up, you would think that maybe the return of this talkative, maybe Battlefront 3 might become a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why the whole point of me talking about making this video is potentially saying, maybe Battlefront 3 could be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because with the amount of player count on console going up on Battlefront 2 and on PC, it kind of begs the question: could EA make Battlefront 3 if they really want to? Honestly, like I said. Now, if you guys don't know about the whole fiasco, the whole Battlefront current, era we live in, Battlefront 1 was pretty successful too as well. Even though it did not have a story, but it was pretty successful. It was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Then Battlefront 2 came in and it was pretty successful, but it was pretty good too as well. But the game slowly died within a couple of months when it came out, Battlefront 2, the current era of Battlefront 2. And the reason why, because the loot box situation, it got so bad to a point where certain countries start to ban loot boxes in general, and of course, the whole microtransaction fiasco started to happen too as well, which gotten worse over time. That's a lot of players started to leave Battlefront 2 to a point where EA stopped supporting Battlefront 2 and they moved on. And includes Battlefront 1 as well. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like I said, back in the early 2000s when we had Battlefront 1 and 2, EA EA them did like a pretty good job, basically, basically, put like a little good amount of support on the game, and that's how it became instant classic and good. It eventually it did got remastered. The classic, Battlefront eventually got remastered, but Aspire always, turned that game to shit. I talked about that, the whole classic, remaster of Battlefront 1 and 2, and then how Aspire fucked up everything and ruined the whole Battlefront experience for me because I thought literally, I really wanted to go play the classic Battlefronts 1 and 2, but it was just so bad, man. It was so bad that the people who mod the classic Battlefront 1 and 2 over at PC, it's so much better than what Aspire did when they remastered Battlefront 1 and 2, and that remastered the classic Battlefront 1 2 was dead in the water, right? So then we go right here in 2025 right now. Well, yeah, 2025 of June. Well, this whole, the peak numbers started happening around late May of 2025. But recently, around as I'm recording this, was it June 4th, 2025. The player count's still going good. Everyone is coming back to playing the game again. People are really liking, the the game once again, what I'm saying, despite the whole, the whole entire, loot box fiasco that's going around. People were really supporting this game. You got Reddit, a lot of people supporting this game, Twitch people supporting this game, YouTubers talking about this, including myself, what I'm saying, or wondering like, with this amount of player account going up, along with PC and along with, consoles being good, does this mean we potentially could have Battlefront 3? Might this would be a discussion, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played the current Battlefield 1 nor the 2 era of Battlefronts because it's EA and I don't like them. I don't support them. The whole loot box shit was the reason, and also I just hate the company in general because they will make a great game and then turn to shit within the seconds, like they did with Battlefront 1 and 2. Like 1 and 2 was great, but then the microtransaction and loot box was killing it for me. And of course, them not putting in some support while the game was currently in the system. And it's crazy because I say this because Battlefront 2, Battlefront 1, the current era we got in the Battlefront 1 and 2 in Star Wars, they're good. The graphics are good. Like compared to the graphics and environment, it's way better than some of these other, battlefield type of games you be seeing nowadays. And whereas in Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, the current one has really good graphics, really good environment, and it's really good in general. The game itself is really good in general. Just that, really killed it was the microtransaction and loot box shit, and that's what kind of got me away from playing the game, nor buying it. You know what I'm saying? It's great and all. Like it's great and all having heroes that were iconic and villains that were iconic coming into the battlefield and you playing as them is so amazing. And but I just couldn't support that game because of EA. I just don't like the company. EA and the microtransactions and the loot box with the three things why I choose not to play Battlefield 1 and 2 in the current era. I just don't like it. Like I just like that company. That company to me, in my opinion, is the worst company of all time. I don't care what no one says. Like it's just ridiculous that how much great that they can make a game, but then turn it to shit. And then next thing you know, they're gonna make these PR bullshit saying, "Well, we had no idea about this loot box shit." Like whatever, they knew about it. So I just I just hate EA in general, man. But the community of the whole Star Wars and the Battlefront, community, man, they're in love with this whole update, quality of life update. They are enjoying the hell out of this game, and honestly, I'm happy for them that they're enjoying this game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see myself playing it because of EA. I just don't trust that company, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all know me. I just have a lot of shit against EA. You know what I'm saying? Just hold me back. But then again, I'm liking the fact that Battlefront 2 is getting a lot of support, and Star Wars fans and Battlefront fans are coming together as one, just playing this game, enjoying it. It looks so cool. You know what I'm saying? Also, I realized something too as well. Some of the weapons that came from Battlefront it was in Fortnite, which I just realized that just now, which is funny to say about this, but that's no here, nor there. Of course, obviously with the amount of support, you know what I'm saying, with the whole community, with player counts going up, both console and PC, best question, are we getting Battlefield 3? People were saying, please, EA, please, whoever make this game, Dice, whatever, please, Battlefront 3, Battlefront 3. Forget about Titanfall 3, Battlefront 3, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I prefer Titanfall 3 over Battlefront, but it's not here, that's not here or there. But Battlefront 3, hey, if Battlefront 3 would have came out, I would not mind playing that one. I would give that a chance, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm willing to try anything, you know what I'm saying, for content, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm that type of person. But nonetheless, though, yeah, I mean, that would be great. That would be actually be fantastic if they do make a Battlefront, game. You know what I'm saying? That would really be you know what I'm saying, really be good, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know for sure, you know what I'm saying? Only time will tell. So I don't know. I don't know. Only time will tell. So yeah. Um yeah, it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying, that we see a lot of player base, having this amount, how like this amount of support, which is really great. Um, so I don't know, man. It's crazy. So yeah, but does it really best the question? You know what I'm saying? Should we have Battlefront 3? I mean, will we ever have Battlefront 3? You know what I'm saying? Um, currently at the moment, I don't think we're probably not gonna have Battlefront 3. I think it's because obviously, if you guys don't know, they're working on another Battlefield game right now. EA is, working on another Battlefield game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that's what they're doing. They're working on another, Battlefield game. At the current moment, right now, they're giving a sneak piece of the new Battlefield game that EA and Dice they're working on. Of course, Battlefield, 2045, wherever it is, did not go so well at the first launch because it's buggy, whatever. Now there's a team over there and at EA or Dice. They're working on another Battlefield game. Going to the modern, Battlefield, era and all type of stuff. Um, I guess that's what they're actually, doing, you know what I'm saying? So honestly, like you said, I don't know if I'll play Battlefield. Maybe I'll give it a try when it comes to beta. If they do make a beta, which more likely they are gonna make a beta, but if they do, um more likely, I'm more likely gonna give that a try. So we're gonna wait and see. And that's their plan. That's why I don't think they're gonna make Battlefront 3 because obviously with the next Battlefield coming around maybe next year or 2 years from now, I don't know. They're planning on making a Battlefield game, and I don't think they're just gonna make a skip out the current Battlefield game and just make Battlefront 3. I don't think that's gonna happen. So even though they're more likely gonna be working on Battlefront, um, what I'm saying, they're more likely gonna make more likely gonna make a Battlefront in Battlefield 3 than a Battlefront. They're not gonna make a Battlefield game than a Battlefront. 3. You know what I'm saying? I would love to make a Battlefront 3. That would really be great, but great though. But I think more likely in EA and Dice terms, they're more likely going to make Battlefield, another Battlefield game than another Battlefront game, which it's unfortunate, but hey, though, I think personally, like I said, I would love them to make a Battlefront 3, honestly. But Battlefront 2, rate how their graphics and everything, compared to their graphics and everything compared to we have right now, I mean, I would say any other game, you know what I'm saying, right now. But the gameplay and all itself is not too bad too as well. Battlefront 2 as well is really good. Like gameplay itself, the graphics, environment, everything. You go from fighting on ground, you go on ship, whatever. You got hero versus villains. You can't ask for more for about Star Wars type of games. It's really cool. But I think, like I said, I don't think that's what we're gonna work on personally. I don't think that's not gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna get Battlefront 3 anytime soon because of Battlefield. That's like the number one thing. I don't think that's gonna happen. And why I don't think we're gonna get, Battlefront, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I do hope we do get Battlefront 3. Maybe EA should go, with make it Battlefront 3, but I don't think that's not gonna happen because of Battlefield and why they're currently working on another Battlefield game. So I don't think it's gonna happen, but should EA work on Battlefront 3? Absolutely, I would love to. But the only problem here is that they're currently working on another Battlefield game. Um, so as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it's gonna happen. So yeah, but never say never though. You might never know because we could get Battlefront 3. The only way I see we get Battlefront 3 is if the community keeps playing the game and they keep giving Battlefront 2 the best attention they could possibly get and keep letting EA know that hey, listen, we want Battlefront 3, like keep making your voice be heard on social media and on YouTube channel content or content in general becomes making Battlefront 2, or talking about Battlefront, and why it doesn't need Battlefront 3 and all the types of, like, keep the whole Battlefront 2 afloat, and maybe, just maybe, cross your fingers and hope that we get Battlefront 3. Now, like I said, if we somehow get Battlefront 3, I will play it. I will play it because I've never got into like a legit. I got into the last Star Wars game that I got myself legit into was the Jedi Survivors one. Y'all know Cal Kestis and everything. I played Jedi Fallen Orders. I played Jedi Survivors that was made by EA. Pretty two good, good successful game. But I never once played a Battlefront game that was made by EA. In the past, I did. Battlefront 1 and 2, I played those. But in the current one, Battlefront 1 and 2, I have not touched it though. But 3 though, if we get Battlefront 3, I'm willing to give it a chance, 100% chance. But like I said, the only way that this could be possible if people keep playing Battlefront 2 and let their voices be heard and tell EA, listen, we want Battlefront 3. Like, we want Battlefront 3. Like, let your voice be heard, and send a message telling them, hey, listen, we want Battlefront 3. Like, that's the only way I see Battlefront 3 being a thing. And if they keep doing that, then maybe it'll happen. You just gotta hope and pray, because there's no telling what EA is going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because Battlefront 1 and 2 was a success, but what really killed them was microtransactions and loot boxes, and why so many people that make contents about the whole Battlefront thing has been pretty good, but pretty bad, in a bad way that outweighs the good. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think personally is what really killed Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna happen. Now, if they do decide to make a Battlefront 3, let's say hypothetically they make a Battlefront 3, obviously they have to do so much better when it comes to Battlefront 2. You know what I'm saying? The fighting, the shooting, and everything else. They can't. I hope they make something different. You know what I'm saying? They got to switch things up to outweigh Battlefront 2, outweigh Battlefront 3 than 2. You know, so if you want to make Star Wars Battlefront 3 better than Star Wars Battlefront 2 and 1, they got to do so much better when it comes to so many things they got to do. You know what I'm saying? But however, knowing EA, they're gonna add microtransactions, and hopefully, pray to God don't add no loot box shit. I hope they don't. I really hope they don't. I hope they just keep the microtransactions in the game, but I would not be surprised to add some sort of like thing that's look like a loot box, but it's quote unquote not a loot box. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just hit behind something that people are gonna be too dumb enough not to understand, and probably thinking, EA, what's this box thing right here? Look like a box, shield box. Oh, that's just a microtransaction. That's pretty much it. But really, it's another loot box shit that's gonna be behind that. I hope they don't do that in Battlefront 3 if they do comes out. But if they want to make microtransactions, whatever, and make their money, fine, go ahead and do that. But if they do something behind a box shit to make it look like we have no idea what's going on, that is going to piss off a lot of people, and I'm probably gonna be one of them. It's just so stupid because get it, if you want to make your money, go ahead and make your money. Yeah, I'm nothing stopping you. But damn, trying to hide your way, but thinking that, oh, there's no way it's a loot box shit, but really it is, and we're looking at it in some sort of way. That's just scheming. That's just messed up. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do decide to go with that one. Microtransactions is always going to be in every EA game, so I'm not worried about it. The only thing I'm worried about is them keeping the flow with the content, the updates, but also keeping what they did with Battlefront 2, like all the content, and make it better. Um, and keep that in Battlefront 3. Now, I don't know if they can add a story in this one. I don't care if they have a story here or not. I didn't care about the story in Battlefront 2, whatever. It didn't matter to me. But if they want to add a story in Battlefront 3, go ahead and do what you gotta do. I don't know what they're gonna do with the story. But nonetheless, though, doesn't matter to me because like I said, at the end of the day, I'll play. I just want to see the fun when it comes to the gameplay, and me, basically having fun with the whole thing. So it'll be pretty interesting. So um, yeah, I don't know, man. That's just me though. That's just me. Um, you know, what I'm saying, yeah, but that's just me though. So yeah, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? If this does become a thing, it'll be really interesting to see if it becomes a thing, but only time will tell. Honestly, Battlefront 3 do become a thing, I will play it, of course, play a trophy it, have fun with it. Um, if somehow they made an announcement of it and we get a trailer of it, I will react to it, give my thoughts, opinions on it, and see what you see in the trailer, whatever, and all that type of stuff. But you got no only time will tell. Like I said, the only way I see Battlefront 3 being a thing if Battlefront 2 get this amount of support, keep this, keep the support going to the Mr. EA, let them know we want Battlefront 3, whatever type stuff. So, but that's up to the community itself. They want to get that Battlefront 3, but that's gonna be a long way. But hey, though, that long way gonna be worth the while, though. You might never know. They could be listening, but just only time will tell if they will be listening. So you have to wait and see. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I ain't got nothing to say about this. A Star Wars Battlefront 3 could be a thing, but unless if less unless if the community keeps the game afloat, Battlefront 2, then maybe it could be a thing. And I mean, they are listening. I mean, clearly the whole player base did not rock up. Like the whole the whole peak view of the game of Battlefront 2 did not go up. For some random reason. It's still on PC. The whole peak like count did not go up for a reason. There's a reason why it went up because the quality update got updated and it got then Battlefront finally got the support. They're listening. They're listening. And hopefully they should be listening because the amount of people that are playing right now when it comes to Star Wars Battlefront, it's crazy, and it's going to get even crazier. You know what I'm saying? With the amount of support it gets. So my only time will tell. So yeah, I mean honestly, I ain't got nothing to say, man. Saying if you got watching, leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below. Do y'all think Battlefront 3 will be a thing? Do y'all think with this amount of support that we're getting from Battlefront 2, um, that might link it to maybe getting Battlefront 3? You know what I'm saying? We'll have to wait and see. Um, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but like, let me know in the comments section down below how you feel about Battlefront 2 and everything else. Getting update as it promised it was. Are y'all playing it because of the whole Battlefront 3 movement, and of course Battlefront 2 getting an update? Let me know how you feel about Battlefront 2, and getting all this love and support that's maybe leading us to potentially getting Battlefront 3 in the near future. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't got nothing to say. Thank y'all watching, and as always, take care. I'm out. Peace.